Yeah. The difference between, or there is a difference between stiffness, the horse being stiff on the hand or on the bit, and a heavy neck or a hard, harsh mouth. And there's a difference between giving in to the hand and a light or a soft neck. Stiffness means that the horse is leaning on the bit, which is his right. He has the right, as I said before, to do the three moves that he does with his neck. Before, while, and after doing anything, he will pull or give in or lean on the bit and do what he wants to do. In this way of riding, I give him the right to do all the three moves. And I keep up with what he did. When he's stiff on the bit, just leaning on it, I will lean as much as he's leaning. The more he leans, the more I lean. The less he leans, the less I lean. And with time, the horse will understand that I will treat him in the same way he's treating me, and will choose to become light, so I will become light, which is pressure and release. A hard, heavy neck means that the horse is pulling or leaning while I'm giving him an order, and he's using that against me. For example, I want him to stop or move back. While I'm doing that, he leans on the bit or he pulls, and he fights me back because of it. So a horse who's leaning on the bit, but I can stop him while he's leaning with my little finger easily whenever I want, is not a heavy horse in the neck or in the mouth. He's just stiff. He has the right to do that. Sometimes he will pull. He has the right to do that. Sometimes he will give in to the rein and bend his neck, and he has the right to do that as long as I'm controlling him. But if he's leaning or pulling to fight me back and he succeeds in that, that means he's tending in a bad way. So there's a big difference between being stiff, under control, and pulling or being very heavy or hard or harsh on the bit or the hand because it's in a bad way. The same goes for giving in to the hand and having a neck, a loose neck or a light neck or a soft neck. A horse who has a light neck or a light mouth is tending in a good way. So while pulling or leaning or giving in, when you give him a clear order to stop or halt or whatever, he gives it to you immediately. So regardless of the three moves he's doing one of the three moves, you will end up controlling him. The horse who's giving in to the hand is a horse who's bending the neck, and there is a space between you and him, your hand and his mouth. But it doesn't mean that he's light. A lot of horses can bend the neck and give you a clear space in the rein, but still they are completely out of control. He gives in to the hand, or he gives you the rein and he bucks. He gives you the rein and he bolts. He gives you the rein and takes the direction away from you suddenly. That's why a lot of people hate horses who can do that, especially Arabians or hotbed horses who can actually try to buck or bolt or whatever by using their skill instead of using their force or power or strength. So instead of pulling and fighting you back, I will give in, and while giving in with the neck, I will bolt with the body and the legs and so on, which means he's just giving in to the hand, but there is no true or real lightness. So in both cases, lightness means, or softness in the neck or the mouth means, a horse is responding, or the horse is responding to your order or let's say signals with the hand clearly while he's doing one of the three moves, pulling or leaning on the bit or giving in. A horse who's not giving you what you want is a heavy horse or a stiff horse, regardless of how loose the rein is, regardless of how much space there is between your hand and his mouth. Especially when there is real disagreement and he spooks, you will completely feel and see what I'm talking about.